You can never plan for everything. There's always a point where it's time to stop talking and just start doing. I can't imagine how anybody passes a problem that they know that they can fix and doesn't try to fix it. I feel an absolute obligation to serve. Military service in my family goes all the way back to the Civil War, World War II, Vietnam. There was never a moment where I thought I wouldn't become a soldier. I did 2 tours in Iraq as a helicopter pilot. But then I got injured. One day you're a soldier, and then overnight, they rip off that tag and slap veteran on your chest. And they don't really tell you what veteran means. What is a veteran? What is it going to be a veteran?
He was an amazing pilot. And he was literally pulled out of Iraq and dropped home with 3 kids.
Before I went in the military, math was the thing where people were like, hey, you are really, really good at this. It's the thing that helps me understand the universe. I thought, okay, I'll go get a physics degree of some kind.
He couldn't do it. He couldn't get the math right, and he said things were just getting jumbled up in his head.
I was diagnosed with traumatic brain injury. Some people call it concussion syndrome. I missed math. I mean, I love just doing math for the sake of doing math. And so I rethought myself a new way of doing math. I went back and started from literally elementary school level math, addition and subtraction type stuff. I applied to Pitt and was accepted to the engineering program, and I wanted to see if I could be involved as an engineer in helping veterans and helping the people I care about.
That's your job for the time being here.
The fact that my son has autism is just one little part of him, but almost his entire existence is defined by that autism.
What do you want?
Tristan is pretty much nonverbal.
What?
This chair.
Okay. You're done, buddy. You're done.
But I'm sure that he has dreams and aspirations just like everybody else. It's hard to want so badly to know what they're thinking and to not be able to. I found that there was a field called rehabilitation engineering. It's technologies that improve people's quality of life and their independence. I thought, man, if my son's ever going to be independent, he's going to have these kind of things around him. If you look up rehabilitation engineering, the first thing that pops up is the place here in Pittsburgh. And I thought, man, I got to go be a part of that. It's kind of like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, except for it's robots instead of Oompa Loompas.
Our vision is a world where everyone with a disability can participate on a level playing field to their greatest extent possible.
That would be great.
The right thing to do is to make things not just able to be used, but to be used with the same sort of joy or ease as I do. We want to lift people up to be at eye level with the person I've had a conversation with. Climb a curb without it being this huge, drawn-out, dramatic thing because the curb cut's not anywhere nearby. To create an arm that it can open a door but also grab an egg. To help transfer someone from a chair to a bed or to a toilet. I prepare the software to support the research that we do. We were incredibly inefficient on the computing side. So the biggest change I think that I've helped to make is to sort of standardize the technologies we use so that they're not a barrier. So Android is this underlying platform that you can just do anything with. It has such an active community of people designing and innovating so that we can bring in somebody else's tools to solve a problem so that we don't have to learn a new technology each time. We can just start working.
The type of person I think that has a propensity to join the military has a feeling of service and commitment to something greater than themselves.
That's it.
Okay.
All the way up?
She ain't going nowhere.
You just have to remember to hit the right button. Ready? Let me know if you need me to slow down.
Sometimes you get so close to the process itself. Everything is wires and ones and zeros, and all of a sudden you get to the subject trials and you have a human being come in and start using your product. You see the potential for it to change your life, and all of a sudden it's this big wow moment. I realized service doesn't end when you get out of the military, it just changes. They're so tough, my children. They're so much tougher than I am. Every now and then I'll see them solve a problem. I'm like, man, if they can do that, they're gonna be just fine. Those moments come to me and I feel such peace all of a sudden. Will I ever get to talk to my son? That's something I think about every day. Of course I'm hopeful. And that's part of why I became an engineer, it's part of why I get into this field. This is that I'm not gonna sit around and wait for somebody else to fix the problem. There's not a minute to be wasted thinking about anything but the good things that we can do.
A lot of us, we live in two worlds. I love innovation, but my culture is heavily rooted in tradition. There's this constant struggle where I feel like I'm walking this tightrope and I'm trying to figure out, who am I amongst this?